Welcome to the Drunk Linux User. I'm Len. I am the Drunk Linux User. I'm back. We made the move, and I still have that creaky chair, but it's comfortable. It fits me. I guess in more ways than one. The move was arduous. It was halfway across the country, and it was worth every aching bone and muscle in my body. We all pulled through just fine. We love our new digs, and it's time to move on. So yes, it's been about a month since we've been here, and I know I haven't put out a video, but I've been waiting for some equipment to come along to make things a little bit better and right at the same time. So I have a brand new monitor, which is great. Love it. It's a ViewSonic, and it works perfectly. Love it. Great color and everything. Also, I remember going on and on about not being able to install Linux Mint on my 1 terabyte Lexor drive that came with this computer. I kept getting errors about ext4 not being able to be created. So I did a lot of digging, and back then I couldn't find a resolution. Everybody said, oh, the drive's bad or something else. And one guy came up and said, why don't you try the BTRF system? I did. It worked. But then I read that that particular file system doesn't really work too well with SSDs right now. Now, I could be all wrong about this. This is just information I'm getting off the internet, just like you're getting information from me off the internet. Anyway, so I decided to check into it some more after I moved here, and I kept having some little odd irregularities with this particular drive anyway. So I took the plunge. Now, the price you're going to see is not the price I paid, but I did purchase this particular NVMe 1 terabyte drive, and it's a Western Digital, and I was able to put it in the heat sink that I had the Lexar in, and I mounted just like that. It was perfect. I ran Linux Mint with ext4, and boom, it worked. Great. I'm very, very happy. Windows is going to go in as a virtual machine. I'm not going to actually install it on here. Raw, in other words. I'm not going to have a dual boot situation. If I need Windows, I'll just call it up on VirtualBox, but I'm not there yet. Not even caring, to be honest with you. So, got that all taken care of, and everything is working great. I love it. The reason that I'm not using Unity at this point is I've also got this hooked up to a rather large TV, and just setting the monitors up and getting all that together just has not been easy. So I'll just use Cinnamon, which works just fine for me. I do miss certain aspects of the Unity desktop, and yes, I could probably tweak this to make it more like Unity, but I'm not going to have global menus, which is not a deal breaker, but I just prefer it, that's all. So, running smooth and running lean and mean, loving it. So if anybody has not been to the Linux Mint website, I don't work for these people, they don't pay me, they don't even know who I am, more than likely. But just go to linuxmint.com. When you go to download, you have different versions that you can choose from. I do suggest you get the latest greatest because they are keeping it up to date really nicely and taking care of any security problems and just performance issues as well. If you have a good enough computer, download Cinnamon Edition, okay? Because it is a much smoother, nicer environment to work with. The Mate edition, I think a lot of people love it, and I know it's low on resources. It's great for computers that don't have a lot of horsepower to it. Okay, that's fine. I don't like working with Mate. I have tried it, and I just don't care for it. I'm not a big XFCE fan either, as I have probably stated before. It's okay, I just don't care for it. Also, I really think that when it comes to the screen rendering, Cinnamon is a lot smoother. I noticed that I still get a little, even with all the tweaks that you can put into XFCE, even with Linux Mint, I still get a little screen tearing. I don't get that with Cinnamon. So there's my plug for Cinnamon. Hope you guys are listening out there. Huh? Okay. All these websites and everything in the show notes as always, so don't fret. Here's something interesting. Audacity. I mentioned this before. Audacity has been bought out. It used to be open source. It used to be freely available. There was a team there that was like, hey, you know, we're all open and free here. And then they sold it, which good for the developers. I'm glad they were able to make some money off from this because, my God, they have worked their audio ends off to create this wonderful, wonderful program. Except when it was purchased, the new company decided to put in, I'm going to say, like tracking software. Basically, it's a way for them to keep track of who's using it. Maybe not using specific information off of your computer, but who knows? I don't. But since that time, before the 3.0 version came out, there was no such thing as that at all. So what I've noticed, though, is that even though Audacity keeps being updated, and you can see this on the Softpedia site, when you go to any of the other like Linux software or Linux news pages, nobody's talking about it anymore. It's like the company that purchased Audacity just completely ruined their credibility with the Linux world. And that is a shame. And I don't know, because I'm not downloading it myself, I don't know if the improvements that they're making with Audacity are groundbreaking, earth-shattering, whatever you want to say. I have no idea. And I can go through all the specs in here. You know, it's a hotfix release, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to try it. So I'm still using 2.3.3, which is an old version that you can get through Linux Mint, and it works perfect. I have no issue with it. So I just found that kind of strange and sad. We'll just say strange and sad. I had been using Evolution as my email client for a long time. And the reason I used it was due to the fact that it wasn't Thunderbird. And there are other email programs for Linux, but I wanted to have something with a calendar in it. And I'm not a big Mozilla proponent. I've said that before. I don't like their business practices, and I'm not really all that thrilled with some of the things that you read in the privacy. Is that, you know, it just looks like they can read your email if they choose to, or if they want to hand it over. So I don't know if that's right or wrong. I don't know if they just need to update their terms and policies and privacies or whatever, but that's what I get out of it, so I haven't been using it. I read recently that there is an offshoot of Thunderbird, and it's called Betterbird. It's Thunderbird without all the call home to Mozilla. And I like it. It's really nice. And I'm not going to put mine up to show you. If you're running Thunderbird right now, it looks exactly like it. Exactly like it. And you can have the vertical. It's really weird how you have to tweak that to make it work. But you can have like the Outlook or the Geary or even the Evolution vertical panes. I use mine for like the accounts over here. See, I'm trying to think like you're watching this right now. So on your left, you're going to see the listing of accounts, and then you're in the middle. You will see a panel that'll have the listing of the emails, and then on the right, a larger panel that you can actually read the message through. It took me a while to figure out how to do this, but you can do this. And it's really, really sharp. I like it. You can use add-ons that Thunderbird uses. So if you are particularly fond of a particular theme or add-on, you can put it here. And let's see, system requirements, downloads. It's real simple. This is one of those programs, again, where if you want to, and I wasn't quite ready for that, you can download it, extract it, and put it in your home directory. Okay, and the program is down here. No, it isn't. I'm thinking Thunderbird. It's right here. Okay, and you just create a .desktop file. I've done mine with Betterbird, which you can see down here is the icon for it. You just create that, move it over to your user/share-applications folder, and when you hit your menu button again, you'll see Betterbird pop up, and it may show up here, maybe not, because I haven't actually set it up with a category, but there it is. You can see right there, and I can launch it. It's running in the background right now, actually. Works like a charm, low on resources, and fast. It just seems to be so fast compared to Evolution, and I'm enjoying the heck out of this. So my recommendation is that you try Betterbird. I don't know if you can import directly from Thunderbird, but Betterbird you can set up and just exactly like you do with Thunderbird, and it's a really, really nice piece of software. It's for Windows and for Mac or for Windows and Linux right now. I think they're working on a Mac version, but they haven't quite got there yet. So that's about it for today, I think. We'll just make this short and a little sweet. But I haven't forgotten, and I hope you haven't either. Don't drink and drive. Don't drive drunk. Don't go to eBay or Amazon and buy crap you don't need. Just because you think it looks cool, probably isn't, especially if you're all buzzed up. In the meantime, bottoms up. Later, dudes. Glad to be back. Love the new digs.